Hi, Hugo Reed. This week for our nonfiction book, we have amazing eyes up close. Last week we talked about animal hair, if you had animal hair. This week we're going to do eyes. Wow, look at that picture. That's pretty awesome. Well, it looks like this is a series. We don't have all these in the library, but you might be able to find them somewhere else. So this is by Melissa Stewart, so it's not surprising it's a series because she does a lot of really cool nonfiction books. So let's see what we have for animal eyes. The table of contents is here. It talks about which animals we're going to look at. And words to know. Haw, a clear eyelid that protects the eyes of some animals. Predator, I bet you know that one. An animal that hunts and kills other animals for food. A tarsier, a small furry animal that lives in Asia and jumps from tree to tree and eats mostly insects. Okay, this book's a little smaller. Let's adjust our camera a bit. First one is honeybee, and it shows it up close. You see its eyes? Pretty awesome. Animals use their eyes to see the world. A bee has 5 eyes. 3 small eyes are on top of its head. These eyes can only tell if it's light or dark. 2 large eyes on the sides of its head. These can see objects. So you can see them here, can't you? Do you see the little bumps on top? The ones that would tell if it's light or dark. And then you see the ones on the side that are much bigger. 5 eyes. Eagle. An eagle sees 8 times better than you do. It uses its eyes to hunt. It can spot a rabbit from a mile away. Wow. A mile is about 12 blocks. That's a long way. Think if you could see a rabbit about 12 blocks away. Wow. An eagle's eye has 3 eyelids. 2 of them work just like yours. The inner eyelid is called the haw. It is clear. A bird can see through it. A haw protects an eagle's eyes. Which that makes sense, right? Because if we were going as fast as eagles go, like when they dive for food, we would probably have a helmet on. So they could hit little pieces of dust or insects or something. So it's good to have something, a haw, that protects their eye. Oh, look at this eye. A Panther Chameleon. This lizard can move its eyes 2 ways at once. One eye looks up, the other looks down. One eye can look left, the other can look right. That makes it easier to find food and stay safe. Do you see in this picture how its eyes are going 2 different ways? This one is looking straight ahead like at us, and this one is looking up and back. So especially for, well, food, it makes sense too. That would make them easier to catch things. And it would keep them safe from predators because they could be watching around them a lot better. Because think we can kind of only see from, about like here forward. They would be able to look all around. That's crazy. Think what you could see if you could move your eyes like that. Here's a different animal. A tarsier wakes up as the sun sets. It hunts for insects and lizards all night long. Its huge eyes let in lots of light so it can see in the dark. Look how big its pupil, the black part of its eye is. Those eyes are not all that different from ours. We have a black part and a colored part around it, right? They don't have the white part that we can see at least. A tarsier. It's kind of cute. It kind of has Yoda ears, don't you think? A red-eyed tree frog. Another really cool picture. These big red eyes surprise predators. That gives the frog time to jump out of sight. The frog's huge eyes stick out of its head. That means it can sit still and see far to the right and to the left. So since they're not attached to its head, it lets them see further. Think if our eyes were outside of our head, we would be able to see further too. But since they're in our head, we can't see quite as far. Wow. would surprise you if you're looking somewhere like in the rainforest or somewhere where it's mostly green, and all of a sudden you have red in there. Oh my goodness, look at this. It's called a four-eyed fish. This fish doesn't really have four eyes, but each eye works in different ways. The top half of each eye can watch what's happening above the water, and the bottom half sees what's going on below the water at the same time. What a great trick. Well, and there you can see it where the water is here. So it's half of its eyes under here, half of its eye is above. That's crazy. It doesn't show us the whole fish. A giant squid. A giant squid has the largest eyes on Earth. They are twice as big as a dinner plate. Whoa, dinner plates like what you eat on. So if it's twice as big, that's huge. Giant squid live deep in the ocean. Their huge eyes help them see in dark water. Well, I learned something new. I didn't know that they had the biggest eyes on Earth. You can look at that eye up close. Wow. It would help us if we knew how big the giant squid was, right? Because if you think about it, if it's twice as big as a dinner plate, then in my mind I could put in what size the animal is. We're going to have to look that one up. Your eyes. You are an animal too, and you have eyes. They spot friends and watch for cars when you cross the street. They help you catch a baseball and read words inside this book. Thank goodness for eyes. What do we have on our eyes that help protect them? What do you notice in this picture? You see the eyelashes? It helps keep things out of our eyes, right? It helps protect them. A guessing game. How many eyes does a scallop have? What do you think? The answer is more than 1,000. Do you think of those little bumps on their eyes? Something else for us to look up. How many eyes does a giant clam have? Here's the giant clam. What do you think? Let's look at the answer. 8. Do you see 8 eyes? I don't know if I see them. How many eyes does a snail have? There's the picture of the snail. I'm guessing 2, one on each antenna, but I really don't know. Do you guys know that one? Oh, it's 2. If you guessed 2, we got that one right. How many eyes does a tarantula have? I don't know. More than 100. Oh my gosh. Wow. That would be a good one to look up too and learn more about that. More than 100 eyes. You would be really good at catching prey and watching out for predators if you had 100 eyes, more than 100 eyes. And then these are just some more books that you can learn about, and also some websites. If you want to take a screenshot of that, you could look those websites up and learn some more about it. So that was animal eyes up close. Pretty cool. Science is amazing, isn't it? Hope you have a good week. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.